Are you over 40? Please stop doing your lips like this. It is making you look older and it's making your lips look smaller. And I know I'm gonna get hate for saying that, you all. I've done this myself. And as I've gotten older, because I'm 45 now, I have to do my lips in a different way. So I want to show you what to do with your lips today to make them look full, luscious, to give you a glowing look to your face and shave years off of your face literally by just changing a couple techniques with your lips. First step that you want to do is don't skip your lip prep. I think when a lot of people, especially if you put on a darker lipstick, as we get older, we tend to get the fine lines on our lips. We lose some of our lip definition. There's so many things that happen just as we get older. It's just a natural part of aging. I'm right there with you guys. You're going to take a lip scrub and gently scrub the lips. If you don't have one already, because Lush has an amazing one that I really love, but if you don't have a lip scrub, you can make one yourself just by taking some raw sugar, adding some honey or some oil to it. Bam, you've got a nice scrub for your lips. You're going to scrub the lips and then wipe it off gently with a warm washcloth, and now they're soft and smooth. Then, to prime your lips, you can use any silicone-based primer. You guys know I love the Lancome La Base Pro one. What you're looking for is a texture like this, a kind of silicone, slick type feeling. We're gonna prime the lips with that. And I know a lot of people are like, you can't put face primer on your lips. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It is going to fill in all of the fine lines. It's going to smooth it out. That is going to create a smooth base. So when you put your lipstick on top, it's not going to settle into fine lines. It's not going to bleed all over the place. It's just going to sit on top of that silicone primer that we put down, creating a nice layer on the lips. Second thing you're going to do is avoid overly dry matte lipstick formulas. So I have a few options to show you all. I love MAC lipsticks. They have every type of finish color possible. Why was I doing this? So I have two. Geez, let me get my glasses on. Okay, so I have a satin lipstick and then I have a matte one. They're totally different colors, but I just want to show you the texture. This is Spirit by MAC. This is a satin one and it looks like this. So on camera, it looks matte, right? It looks matte, but it's not. It's satin. It has just a tiniest bit of sheen to it. So it looks matte, but it's not truly matte. And then I have this other color here, which is chili, and this is classified as matte. They do kind of feel same on the skin. You want to look for lipsticks that are either a satin formula or even kind of a glossy type formula or a balm. That's why I always talk about this YSL lipsticks. I love them so much. I know they're pricey, but as I've gotten older, I pay that money for these because the formula is so incredible for my lips as I've gotten older. Let me show you the texture of it. So this is color number 44. It's what I wear all the time. If you see me with the light pink lip, it's this. Do you see how there's a bit of shine to it? This is not going to emphasize fine lines. These most likely are. This may not quite as much because it's satin, but I like something with just a little bit of a sheen to it, no matter what color you wear, because it's not going to emphasize the fine lines. The drier the formula, the more it emphasizes fine lines. So this one's pretty easy. Well, it's just choose the right formula lipstick. Like the one I have on now is the formula I love. I talk about all the time is the YSL ones. Do you see how it makes my lips look very juicy, very full? But if you want to wear dark colors, you still can. I have this NARS one. And oops, not this one. Let me grab the other one. Okay, so here's a dark color, black cherry, but do you see how it has some sheen to it? And it's not overly saturated in pigment. You don't want a really opaque color where you swipe it on, it's like, bam, it's like a really strong color. You want there to be a little bit of luminosity to it, not so pigmented, to where you can still see your natural lip through there. So look how dark of a color this is. You can still pull this off because it has a sheen to it and it's not overly pigmented, so it's going to give you the vibe of a dark lip without it shrinking them and making them look smaller. Next thing we're going to do is avoid heavy overlining. Now, I'm going to clarify this a little bit because I talk about how lip liner is so important as we get older because we lose our lip definition. But the teacher in me is coming out. I'm like, but students, I have a dark lip liner. If you're going to overline your lips, you all, I want you to just do it slightly. I've seen so many, especially as we get older, lining really far outside your lip line. I don't know if you've seen anyone do that, in the hopes that it'll make your lips look fuller. But in person, when you see it up close, you can tell that it's not your natural lip lines. So it doesn't look flattering because it's so far up the lip lines. Now the fix for this, I'm actually going to give you something different to try. We're going to take a brow pencil. I have this one by Cosmetics. Okay, if you do not want this super overlined lips, but you really need lip definition, you can actually take your lip pencil, and because it's such a fine point, do you see that? This is going to give you definition, but it's super fine. So it's going to make my lips look bigger. Do you see how it's like adding that definition? Let me show you what happens when I put my lipstick on top. And it doesn't have to be this brown, you all. You all know I love my YSL lipstick, so we're going to put this on instead. Applying the lipstick kind of over that liner there. Do you see how it's adding definition? It's adding fullness. I'm not having to come up too far. I'm telling you, get a brow pencil. It's a really, really fine tip. It doesn't have to be this dark brown, but it's really just going to add some shading and dimension, giving the illusion of fuller lips. This next one, I'm going to get so much hate for you all, but I have to be honest on here. All of this is just meant to help all of us, myself included, stay on top of the trends without having to be trendy, if that makes sense. Just making sure that we don't stay with techniques or products that are from the time period we grew up in. Like, I'm an 80s kid. I was in my prime in the 90s. So if I do a lot of 90s makeup on me, if I were to keep doing that now, it would look dated and make me look older because it's not of current times with the makeup, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to help you all. So this one, avoid frosty or glittery lipsticks. Now the fix for this one is to choose the color and or put gloss on top. Okay, so I have two shimmery lipsticks, you all. I have kind of a nudie one. These are both by L'Oreal. I'll list them below if y'all are interested. I have a pink one, which is very frosty pink. And then I have a nude one. Let me show you the swatches of these because color does matter when it comes to frosty. Okay, look at the difference between this two. Do you see how this is really, really frosty pink? It's gonna age us because it was so popular many, many years ago. So going with this color and frosty, I wouldn't recommend. But if you wanna do a frosty, something a nude like this could work. It's not horrible, you all, but it just dates us because it was so iconic in the 80s and early 90s. Like, do you see? It's just very, very frosty. With the pink is too much. But here's what happens when you do it in nude. It's still frosty, but the nude will tone it down. My other fixes, I really like doing this if you are dedicated to your frosty lip. I hear you, Susan. I see you. I love my products that I've had from the early 2000s. That's okay. But what you can do is take a little bit of gloss and just put it on top. And all of a sudden, you're still going to get that frosty effect, but it's not going to be glittery, shimmery. It's going to be glowy. So do you see how just putting that gloss on top now makes us feel a little bit fresher? Still gives me the vibe that I want, but it's not like late 80s frosty lips. Next one I have is don't use extremely dark shades in a flat formula. So let me show you an example. So this is where I see the most mistakes happen, is you may be a person that loves a deep plum lip. I do too. I'm going to show you how to pull that off. If you have a deep plum lip and it's a super opaque, very pigmented color, that alone, darkness and very pigmented, is going to make the lips look smaller. We want our lips to look bigger because as we age, we tend to lose some volume. Now the fix for this is actually what I'm doing here. If you want to do a dark lip, you need a lot of shine. So I have this dark lip here, but do you see how juicy and full my lips look? You don't want to combine dark colors with matte formula. That is going to shrink your lip. They're going to make them look smaller, not as youthful and fresh. So let me just show you the combo because you all know how to put on lipsticks and lip glosses. I have the Chanel lipstick number 128. So here's how dark it is. But what you're looking for is something with a shine like that. And you don't want it to be super opaque. You want it to be just a tiniest bit sheer, not super intense color. And then even on top, what you can do is apply lip gloss. So I just applied a red lip gloss on top. And the combination of the dark color not being overly strong in pigment, having a little bit of luminosity to it with the gloss on top, is how you can pull off dark colors without it shriveling your lips. Coming in at number 6 is lip liner is a must. And this was hard for me, you all, because in my 20s, when I've been on here on YouTube since I was 28 years old. When I first started, I hardly ever did lip liner because I just didn't need it. But now that I'm 45, I have to have lip liner every time I wear a lip color because I've lost my lip definition. It's flattened out here and I need that extra volume. So lip liner is the only thing that will help with that better. Now, obviously the fix for this is to line your lips. You all know how to do that. I will say, please don't come too far outside your lip line. If you really want your lips to look fuller, you can kind of go along the top edge of the lip, but don't come up too far. It's going to be obvious that you have lip liner there. Another trick you can do is take a small brush and a little bit of kind of a bronzing powder, nothing too orange. You just want it for shadow and depth. You can take a small brush and you can come up above the lip line just a little bit, stay close to the lip line, and that little bit of dark powder around the lip line is going to define it a little bit more without it being so harsh with the lip liner. So I know it sounds contradictory of doing shadow outside your lip. You may think it's going to make my lips look smaller. It actually doesn't. It kind of defines the lips and makes it look fuller because you have a little bit of shadow going on here. It almost does like a lip flip. It makes them look a little bit more pouty. Next tip I have is to don't forget to balance the rest of the face. I get asked this all the time when I teach at the Makeup Geek Academy, which by the way, if you all want to take classes from me personally, I'll put the link here. You can take private classes with me or you can sign up for the Academy. So really quick, let me take off my glasses. So my makeup is kind of bold. So normally I feel like this lip I'm doing okay because it's not super, super dark, but I would probably go with just a little bit lighter of a lipstick with this eye makeup. If I was doing this a really bold lip and I had kind of a strong blush, I would probably go very soft and neutral with the eyes. It's all about balance with makeup. There are no rules as far as like pair this color with that color. You can't wear this blush with this lipstick. Wear whatever you like, but just think of balance on the face. Pick a key feature. So if your lips, you really love your lips, you want to highlight them and wear a nice bold lip color, keep the rest of the face kind of simple and clean, because then when people see your face, they're going to see your lips. They're going to be like, oh, you have really nice lips, or I love that lip color. So you want to pick one key feature to highlight and have that be a bold statement, and everything else kind of complement and support that key feature. So don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week for another video.